Flannery O'Conner is one of the great writers of America in the 20th century. She is primarily acclaimed as a short story writer, but her vision was so compelling, her characters strange and forbidding and bizarre, nevertheless are resonant with audiences all over the world, particularly because of her spiritual vision, but also because of her comedy. She was a wonderful comic writer.
Mary Flannery O'Conner was born in Savannah, Georgia in 1925. After a brief move to Atlanta, her family settled in Milledgeville. There, Flannery completed high school and took an undergraduate degree in sociology at Georgia State College for Women, now Georgia College and State University. Encouraged by faculty to pursue graduate school, she did so, studying journalism before taking a master's in creative writing at the University of Iowa. With a move to New York, Flannery joined the famous Yadu artist colony. Meeting some of the most influential writers and thinkers of the day, she formed a fortuitous friendship with poet and translator Robert Fitzgerald and his wife Sally. It was in their Connecticut home she continued work on her first novel.
Wise Blood came out in 1952, and it's very interesting, the local reaction. People could not believe that little Flannery O'Conner had written this novel about which contained information about what's written on the walls of men's restrooms and had street preachers and violence and sensationalism, and there was quite a local stir. And I actually think nationally and internationally, when the novel was reviewed, people didn't really get it.
By the time Wise Blood was published, Flannery had returned to Milledgeville. Lupus, the disease that took her father's life, had forced her to crutches. A first-floor room on the farm willed to her by an uncle provided a practical and ultimately welcome solution to the challenge of mobility.
Andalusia is the family farm, and this is where she spent the last 13 years of her life, most creative years of her life. If you read her letters, you see that she got a lot of inspiration from daily life on the farm. The peacocks, she had as many as 50 peacocks out here at one time, and they become, for her, it's an oversimplification to say Christ figures, but they become emblematic of God's mystery, which to her was, as a Catholic, was everywhere.
In the calm, remote haven of Andalusia, Flannery went to work refining the vision and style that would eventually draw the literary world's attention. She completed a second novel as well as numerous short stories, articles, and essays. Compelling and entertaining as her writing was, it would be years before readers began to understand and embrace her talent.
And so it wasn't really until 1955, when A Good Man Is Hard to Find, that collection came out, that people began to sort of get on to what O'Conner was doing. She always said I could wait 100 years to be understood, and I don't think she's had to wait 100 years to be understood.